This is the Reentry Network podcast. You know we got Real Talk with Blanco, Dojo Sessions hosted by Sensei Kai. It's the Moving Forward podcast hosted by Moving. The Hall of Fame podcast hosted by the Blueface Boys. That's T3 and KT. You know we speaking clearly with Josh. And Cape No Cap hosted by Capers. All these and more streaming now on the Reentry Network podcast. Proud partner of Underground Magazine.
What's good, everybody? We are here inside the UNDRGRND Studios with a special interview. Andrew Pofsky with PdotC and Fame.
What's good?
How are you guys doing? You guys just got off the flight from the East Coast today. Right?
Yeah, man. It was a long day. Just say that, man. Especially for me, because I got up maybe like 4 a.m, head to New York, and then our flight wasn't until this morning. Right? So I was
time got
Friday.
me fucked up. I don't even know, man.
It was just a long day, 5-hour flight. Then we went to get some brunch and stuff because we couldn't check in until like 3. And then there was a long wait for the brunch because it's Juneteenth and it was packed.
Yeah.
So we had to wait like an hour to eat, and then it was all good. But we here.
You guys are used to flying for your careers. It seems like, right? We met you one time before.
Yeah, facts.
You guys, it seems like you guys come out here kind of regularly just to tap in with different media outlets.
Right.
Why has that always been something that you guys were why LA?
You know what? I just feel like LA is a dope vibe. I like the weather. It's cool, chill. And then just the music scene, especially like these last couple years, I just feel like you guys are like taking over. And that's just my opinion. Like, just outside looking in, like obviously we on the East Coast, so we've like had experience with the New York scene, like the Connecticut scene, this, that, and the third. Even we've been to ATL a couple times.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I think we
stuff like that.
We just try to tap in with like as many like regions as possible. I think that's what it is, because I think we are fan of everything that's going on in like almost all the regions. So like when we do travel, we try to make it like music focused and related and stuff like that.
Yeah, for sure.
I think a lot of people get stuck in that, like they just get stuck in that region, at least LA people specifically.
Right.
It's dope.
And it's cool that you not only come out here, but you rep the LA streetwear. You see you watching Fig Community.
You gotta be tapped in.
And like even like just going back to like when I initially started rapping, making music, like one of my favorite rappers was The Game. So I just loved West Coast music, just out of nowhere, and it was just like I just always tapped in with it. And then now with like the media scene, in my opinion, I feel like LA is taking it over, because you got like the Back on Fig Community, the Community, then you got like Gina Views and DJ Head, and then you got the Elliot Wilson with the Jeremy and there's another guy.
It's something dope for the people.
I just independent is
started too. With Elliot Wilson, Jeremy, and someone else.
So there's a third person.
I just like y'all just moving like influential, like independently. Like there's so many pockets out here in LA, and I just feel like it's dope just to witness.
Right.
Do you guys know any other artists out, by you guys in New York and the East Coast that are doing anything like that at all? Or
like moving around like us?
Yeah, there's a lot of collectives out there. Like in New York, there's a lot like that's going on. Like it's always something going on in pockets. Sometimes it's just hard to keep track of how many people are doing stuff and like being tapped in. But it's like so many.
Yeah, and just to add, like when I was mentioning earlier about like just the streaming scene, like even like people like Zeddy and stuff like that. They have like a whole like collective of people who's streaming but doing music and stuff, and they going all over doing these like dope shows and stuff, and just documenting like the whole process. So you see like a lot of that out there happening.
Facts.
Yeah, what would you say like are some of the pros and cons to like your guys' local scene?
Well, if you're talking about you might have you talking about like Connecticut specifically over New York. That's how I would answer the question. When it comes to like Connecticut, I'll say it's I think the main reason why we travel around to different regions to kind of tap in, because we know like we from a place that's kind of like outshine a little bit. Like when we talking about like East Coast, a lot of people get to like just New York kind of. Philly got a wave too, Jersey got a wave sometime, but when you think about East Coast, a lot of people just think of New York and miss out on the whole like New England area of like what's going on.
Rhode
All that, right?
Not knowing
nobody. Shout out to Rhode Island.
Not knowing that a lot of like these New York people get lit through these through this avenue. Yeah, like
because what it is, especially like Connecticut, it's like a dope market for people to like have shows and stuff. Like they're gonna support. Like if it's a dope artist in New York and he can't necessarily sell out like a venue in Brooklyn, he can easily go to Connecticut and sell out a venue because because it's kind of like it's so weird because it's supportive to like other artists for sure, but like I feel like as like a region is not that much of a support system.
And so we just try to like bring the light to it, and you know that's it. Because I think like we have a mindset to where. Like I honestly believe like things don't happen like by itself. Like I always feel like there's like a shift in like something like LA culture. All you guys are doing like content and it's popping off because that is like the culture is a collective. If it was like one person doing it, I don't think it would go super far. In Connecticut is usually like one person doing something. Like it's not like a whole collective of like media popping off together and stuff like that. So people don't really know what's going on out there.
So and then versus New York, I would just say it's an audience for everything. There's a community for everything out there too. So you can easily like get in, even if you want to be a photographer, actor, this whatever, you could get in that type of community. So that's the benefit of like the New York scene in general, I'll say.
Right.
Yeah.
That's really dope about the East Coast for real. Like, or kind of how you're saying how it's more solo kind of movement. There's not a lot of coming together. Except for, you know, in the pockets, maybe New York. Do you see LA as a place that people are really coming together and like uplifting each other?
I feel like y'all hold down y'all culture, if anything. Like y'all culture is like the forefront. If y'all not doing it independently from the outside looking, like if y'all not doing it collectively from the outside looking in, it look like a collective because y'all all like moving in a certain like motion and energy, if that makes sense.
Yeah, and I understand like it's like a different type of politics out here as far as like artists collabing and stuff like that, but what I will say is like,
as of recently, I tried Mr. Mushies, and I'm gonna honestly say, me coming from someone who deals with mental block on the creativity side, because I'm always creating, definitely I will say like this brought me back in the game with definitely like shrooms and everything like that, just because it definitely made me, it gave me that euphoric feeling, you know? Like I felt at peace. That's what I felt. If one word to describe Mr. Mushies and everything, it would be like a euphoric feeling to describe inner peace. That's what I would say. That's what I felt.
LA or West Coast people feel like East Coast don't mess with y'all music for some reason, which is not the case, especially like in New York, because New York is kind of like a transplant city, meaning it's a people from everywhere that's in New York. So you're gonna have a pocket of West Coast people. We done been to like Mozzie first show in Brooklyn. It was like 14 people there. Then he came back the following year, it was like 200. I just feel like a lot of West Coast people don't take the initiative to just go out there as much. Cause man, I promise you, man, I've been to a sold out Dom Kennedy show in New York and in Philly. Bro, the West Coast travels, I just feel like the people just got to go out there more. That's why.
What is it, do you think about you two that made you guys kind of pass that mentality up and decide, if we're going to do this, we need to go to LA, we need to meet up, we need to make time for this?
I think again, like just knowing that, for me, I would say just knowing that like where we from, like we don't have that energy really like stirring and brewing. So it's kind of like us like going out, seeing what's happening in other cities, like regions, and like bringing back game kind of thing, if that makes sense.
And I'll just say it's just that social currency aspect of it. Like, we met y'all, 2 years in a row, just staying connected. I see like a lot of the shows and stuff that you do, and it's just inspiring. Like I'm just a fan of everything that's going on. Anybody that's doing something dope, I want to support. Or just even if it's just a like or a share or something, I just want to show love. That's just the type of people we are, for real.
No, it's fire. It's really admirable. It's like a lot of people can have a lot of resources at their fingertips, not even know how to do it, but to even just travel and do all these things takes a lot. Speak on like, because a lot of our audience is a lot of other upcoming artists and people in the industry and shit. So like, what do you guys do for your plan when it comes to releasing music, and just like, do you guys have a team at all? And like, if not, how do you kind of do it?
I mean, for the most part, it's really just us too. Like sometimes we have definitely like a team in terms of like producers that like fuck with us on like music and send us beats, and like an engineer who like mix it all down. Like we have like a collective team, but in terms of like content being pushed out, it's mostly like just us.
Yeah.
But but we're super intentional. Like, so if we like, you know how people like travel and like, I would say I would equate it to like, you know how like girls go on like girls trip and like travel to exotic like islands and stuff like that. Like I feel like my go-to thing is to travel and do music stuff. So like that's why I'm like, that's my form of promoting and having fun, is like traveling and doing it.
And when we do go out and stuff like that, we kind of just plan it. We got a guy, shout out to JB, who kind of does like the visuals and stuff with us. And you know, it's just more so capturing the moment and what we can do to promote it. And then, like I mentioned, we do like lifestyle kind of rap or lifestyle rap genre sort of thing. So I just feel like it's important to document like the come up or document these experiences so people could just see it. You feel me? And then incorporate it in the music so people could relate to it. You know, make it relatable. So
So what have you guys been working on in the past couple of years since we've seen you, and what has been dropped, and what, you know, some stuff that you're promoting and shit like that you could tell the people about?
So we just finished up recording this collab tape with one of our good friends from Queens, Mac Leak. It's called Mac 11. So it's like Mac Leak, New 11. We just called it Mac 11. We came together, we just locked in the crib in Philly for a weekend and like knocked it out. So you know, we just ready to release that. But outside of that, I think we have a ton of music in terms of like, we have a ton of content in terms of like music. Like if you go to like our profile, you'll find like a bunch of music that anybody could be a fan of for the most part. So I think like our main focus is like getting our faces out there, getting our content out there a lot more consistently, and like being in spaces where music is happening.
And just being able to like connect with like other artists. Like, so even like, for example, like was it last month or maybe the month before, like Currency had came to Connecticut for a show. And we had a chance to meet him, talk with him sort of thing, and network with him, got some content out of it sort of thing. So it's just more so like anytime these opportunities come up, we try to just jump on it. That makes sense.
Be a part of it, you know.
You guys always move you two together? Or sometimes one will pop out?
I mean, something might be happening in New York and he in Philly, so I might just pull up and vice versa. You know what I mean? So
So I mean, we rep for one each other. You know, if I'm repping for him as well. So if I'm by myself, I'm like, yo, I got a twin, we do music sort of thing. I always say that. Like,
check us out.
And I noticed too, so do you guys drop music as that like duo name, PdotC and Fame? You don't drop music as New 11.
So it's Fame and PdotC, and we kind of just did it because we're individuals, but we're twins also. So regardless, people gonna be like, yo, the twins. So like, instead of just cliche naming ourselves the twins, just Fame and PdotC. New 11 is just like the brand kind of behind it that we're just pushing. It's like kind of like three meanings. So we use like the initials NE, and it stands for New 11. Then it stands for New England because that's where we're from, and then the North End of Hartford because we're part of that section of Hartford. So that's pretty much what New 11 comes from.
That triple entendre.
Don't even ask me how.
Really, like we talked about this briefly before you started, but something that impressed me is just your guys' streaming is pretty impressive. It's better than a lot of up and coming artists in LA. I think it's that when I just checked, you guys got 12K monthly listeners. Right. A song that has over 4 million streams. That song came out. That was 2018.
2018.
Right?
Yep.
So how did that song get so popular?
Right.
What's the story behind that? Obviously, that was a long time ago.
So I'll say this, right? So the song definitely, like, we knew it was special for sure, cause I like, it was something about I remember the session like it was yesterday. Like when he recorded the hook, I was like, oh, this is fire.
Where was it?
It's in New York. It was in the city, Fast Life Studios. A guy named Direct. He was like the engineer, and we did it. And JB was there too. Shout out to JB. Funny. JB was there. That's crazy.
What the fuck?
he was there. But
damn, that's a full circle ass. I forgot he was there.
So JB is the dude who do the visuals for us now. A lot of times he was there. But so I'll just say, so the song, it was dope. So I'll say it was like these two factors, in my opinion, what kind of blew up the song. So we used to be on YouTube getting like people to promote the song. It was like reaction pages, but they used to do like song of the day, right? They'll be like, okay, the song of the day is this, and then they go into the content after that.
Whatever.
So we used to have like these two content creators. One was from like Germany, another one was from London, and they used to do it for us periodically. And then we just noticed like it was like a lot of engagement, and then it kind of blew up on TikTok before. It was Musically before that,
TikTok.
but we didn't know where it was coming from. We just like, bro, I don't know where this coming from. I just know on YouTube people be like, yo, love from Germany out of nowhere, love from Germany, this, that, and the third. And they just keep going on playlists. Another thing is like we met Russ. Shout out to Russ.
Yeah, fact.
And he came to New York one time. He had like some speaking engagement at NYU. And we went there and we was like, yo, we just want to play you a song.
Unreleased
song. We just want you to hear it.
And
so we just got his, we got his reaction off that. And he's like, yo, this song, this fire.
This was just the phone.
This was you.
Me on the phone.
Yeah, and I was talking to Russ. So if you go on our YouTube, you'll see like
just played off the phone for it.
Yeah, just played it. This before it was even out. We just had it in the email. We like, yeah, because we knew the song was fire. We just like, yo,
Is that song that blew up?
Yeah, Love, Sex, and
this
Water.
is before it's out, and we like, yo, we got this song. We just want you to hear it. Give us
So
feedback.
Russ is just listening to it. He's just like, fire song, right?
Fire song.
Yo, this is fire. So I think that
Between those two things, it was fake going viral almost, and then like people was like, well, where's the song now? And then we put it out, Love, Sex, and Water, and then that's kind of how it was started going on.
Yeah, and then we've been trying to just kind of get that momentum again.
Yeah,
We got like a lot of catalog out for sure, but it's just trying to get that type of energy around our whole catalog now.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean, you guys still, like I was saying, have pretty consistent numbers.
Yeah.
You know, a lot of people out there, a lot of people watching, would probably love to have 10K plus monthly listeners on Spotify.
Right.
Do you think that you guys being very involved in the media and just being willing to go do interviews, very active in that sense, has kept the flow going since 2018?
I don't know. I think that's hard to say. Yeah, it's hard to say because when like the examples that he was using with like the Musically and the TikToks, we were seeing that the streams were correlating. Like we were seeing it like in the algorithms and the analytics. Like it was just happening. When we do like regular stuff, sometimes it's like hard to gauge. Like if streams are happening.
There's different things between like actually driving those streams up versus
just doing content. Brand. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
But I think it's dope. And obviously another thing you guys mentioned is you're coming back out here in a couple weeks, right? Or whenever this drops.
Yep.
Mid-July, gonna be doing a show in LA. Go around, tap in, check that out.
Yeah. Shout out Jimmy Waters.
Yeah, there's a
What's going on?
It's a dope artist. Not sure if y'all familiar with him, but there's a guy named Jimmy Waters. I think he's from the IE, but I think he lives out here in LA. But he's a dope kind of like in that lane as far as like Larry June, Dom Kennedy sort of thing, just more kind of underground. And he got like a slew of music. Like I came across him off of YouTube. It was like a YouTube channel, and it was like a lifestyle rap, and they was going over Dom Kennedy, Currency, and I think Wiz Khalifa maybe. Well, maybe Larry June. They were just talking about him, right? And then in the comments, they was like, yo, the next up is Jimmy Waters. Mad people was just saying it. I was like, who the fuck is this shit? I'm like, who is Jimmy Waters? Man, I went to his profile, bro. I'm talking about like in 1 year, he probably dropped like 20 tapes, bro. I said, bro, who is this dude? I'm like, who is this dude? So I just started checking out the music, and it was just, just straight fire. And it's like he really, and then it's crazy too, because Wiz Khalifa just reposted his song like the other day on Instagram. Like, you know how you post a picture and a song, and it was his song, and I'm just like, bro, like he turning up right now. So he's having like an annual show because he had it last year, so this is like second year doing it. Nice. So he's doing like the second annual show once a year sort of thing, and we actually have a song with him, is unreleased, and then we're gonna open up for him in the show.
Nice. Is he or do you know what venue it is?
I don't know the name of the venue. I think it's at like a art museum or something like that. Yeah.
Nice.
And that's what, July 11th?
July 12th. Saturday.
Let me see if we even say it on the thing.
Yeah, I think it's just the address, to be honest. It's like at an art museum or something. But the dude, like, I promise you, he dope. Y'all should definitely check him out.
Yeah.
Like, you'll be impressed just off of the catalog he has. I'm like, you just keep scrolling on Spotify, like, and it's quality tapes. Like, it ain't no like 5 songs, or some got like 20 songs, 12 songs. Like, he wilding out right now.
When you guys always drop your record with him?
Probably I want to say probably July. Yeah, probably before the show. I want to say. I'm like, we're gonna try to see if we can link up with him while we're here now.
Yeah.
Just
so it's gonna be Saturday, July 12th.
Right.
From 8 to 11. It don't say the venue name. It's 1215 West Washington Boulevard, whatever's over there.
Tell him.
Downtown. And
Washington Boulevard is not far from this undisclosed location.
right.
Right.
Performances. We've never seen you guys perform live. I'm just curious, is there one of you that maybe like finds performing more natural or maybe has better stage presence than
versus recording or shot what's in you guys? It's like
what's this
weeks.
I think we just try to feed off each other. Like same way how we recording together, like we just try to feed off the energy. Like cause it's some songs that's like maybe like he's like the forefront in terms of like the hook and stuff like that, and like, you know, setting the tone and stuff like that. And there's some songs where I'm like that. So we just try to feed off of each other. Basically.
And then like when we perform, we kind of go like we move around a lot, so we got like we move back and forth a lot, do ad-libs with each other and stuff like that. So I feel like that's kind of like our superpower, because a lot of people say, man, they can't like anytime they see us perform, it's like they just constantly just watch what we're doing because we're moving around so much, going back and forth or whatever. So
they like our chemistry.
We get that a lot.
It's interesting just from our perspective, like in the last like 6 months kind of, or maybe like 8 months, we've come across now 3 sets of twins.
That's crazy.
Universal Drive. We don't know his brother though, but his twin brother makes music. Easy and Trilla from Atlanta. Shout out Easy.
I saw that y'all did like an interview and stuff with him, and I saw that.
And then you guys are here. It's just interesting angle to kind of look at. Like, I wonder if are there any famous hip hop twins really?
Not that I really know about. The only famous twins that I know about for real is from Jagged Edge. You know the twins that's from I know the group Jagged Edge. Okay, I just gotta make sure. Fun fact: the twins are from Hartford, Connecticut. Fun fact too. We're from Hartford, Connecticut, ironically.
Are there people from that area, from Connecticut, that have made it, that the community has anyone to look up to?
The biggest two I would say, like in Connecticut, that I think as, like, I think it will depends who from Connecticut you ask at this point in time, but I think undisputedly, like if you was to ask in the music space, is a dude named Chris Webby. He's been the forefront of like Connecticut hip hop for a minute. Like, he ran like the underground mixtape for a minute.
It's like old school for sure.
Old school.
At this point.
Like he started like super underground.
But and then you got like other underground people, like, so you got like Annoyed. He's kind of like under Chris Webby a little bit. This dude named Felly, he's super dope. Felly from Connecticut, but I think he went to school out here and kind of like got a name out here or something like that. But he more underground too. But he going tours crazy. Dude named Felly. We got a song with him also. Shout out to Felly. But I'll say those are like the names. If you want to go super underground, Apathy. I forgot about him for a minute.
If you want to go super underground, but you have to know kind of.
Apathy is super underground.
Super underground, but he hold weight for sure. You feel me? Like Apathy, the Demigods, Army of the Thorough,
But shout out to like platforms like Bars on I-95. That's like a Connecticut platform. That's like putting people
Connecticut artists.
So shout out to them.
Are there other platforms besides that?
Bro, it ain't
that's like
that's the number one.
That's the number one. Like,
Bars on I-95.
If you a Connecticut artist, you definitely want to go through Bars on I-95 for sure.
Do you guys ever throw events out there and all, or does anybody ever throw like local shows at all?
So we throw events, but we never threw like music specific events. Like we threw like parties and stuff in Connecticut. That's kind of how we came up, like just like high school era and stuff like that. We were big with like the party scene and throwing events, and periodically we still do it out there. So it's just a matter of like blending the two together to make it more like a festival or something like that.
What, like, would you guys say you have any other goals in specific like that you want to accomplish, whether it be this year, next year?
We definitely want to start a festival in Connecticut, some type of music festival where we're like at the at the forefront of like creating like a collective kind of weekend of like content and music and stuff like that. So we're like in the forefront, kind of like just beginning that. Like that's like a really, really big goal that we want to do. Yeah. And then also like just like drop more music, tour, stuff like that. Build like our audience through this like is this subgenre that's blown up, right? We keep saying like lifestyle rap, like so we like it is like our in a part of like this little subgenre community that we appreciate and we love. So we just want to build that up too. And also just going back to like when I mentioned off camera, like as far as like streaming and stuff, we want to try to get more like in tune with that. Like I just feel like it's fruitful right now for people for the people's personal brand and things like that. I feel like there's a lot of eyes on it right now. There's a lot of people making money off it right now. And I feel like there is a section of it that where artists and like musicians can really prosper. Benefit, So it's kind of like a window in that section to stream, because streaming, you got like a lot of the people that's doing the IRL streams or reacting to stuff, whatever. But as far as like making music consistently, the only people I've really seen do it is like DDG, Platboy Max, Tyga. That's probably it. That's really doing it.
Making music.
Making it a thing. So like, I'm not sure if you were like tapped in with like DDG. He had like a hit-a-thon, meaning he did like a 3-day stream where he 72 hours. He made a whole project on stream, and it was just like a big moment because he had all these people come through, like Wiz Khalifa, The Baby, Bia, stuff like that, and it was all documented, like in real time. And so it was all documented on stream, this, that, and the third, and it was just him bringing his audience into that process, and that right there was like one of the factors that was like, yo, we got to get into streaming. So that's what we want to do. More conscious.
You guys haven't really begun that too much.
We started streaming. We just done like reaction. New 11 on Twitch. New 11 on Twitch. Not playing. So
it's just like starting from scratch.
Zero
followers. Like, how do you start just building up and going to 100?
So it's weird because it's like from what I know about it and what people know about it, like there's no like discovery aspect of it. Like people have to know about your stream to go to your stream. So like you would have to really be pushing content about your stream and going live at other platforms for people to come and check you out. Exactly. So like we're just trying to just be more focused with TikTok and YouTube Shorts kind of thing and just kind of elevate from there.
Have you guys ever had a conversation about getting like a social media person or a marketing person to come help you guys in some aspect in terms of just getting name out there?
We would definitely be open to it. I think we've gone through like our trials of doing that, and so like we've been doing music for a minute, you know what I mean? And I think we've gone through like trials of like trying to figure out what works. So what we want to at least do is just like make sure like we're building up like our brand and people know like our faces and stuff like that, and then like bringing more people around that, because like sometimes I feel like it's hard, like our vision and their vision might not, it's hard for other people to see your vision and vice versa. You know what I'm saying? Like it's gonna be rare moments where like you in the moment of doing stuff and somebody gonna reach out and be like, yo, I just want to be a part of this. And I feel like that's how you start building your team, when people just naturally gravitate to the movement of like this. I saw this on Instagram, I saw y'all interviews, bro. I was like, this is fire what y'all doing. And then we met last year and y'all showed us the whole studio. I was like, bro, like just to have a whole content space is fire, bro. Along with doing music and anything else. You feel me? So
it was like, so not to cut you off, but any West Coast artists that y'all want to work with, if any?
Man, I say it's a bunch for real. I would really love to work with Dom Kennedy for sure. Shout out to Dom. Blast, G Perico. I fuck with heavy. Oh man, I fuck with G Perico. Shout out to G. Shout out to the clique. I be listening to him crazy. Mozzie, obviously. Mozzie for sure. Larry June for sure. I like a lot of like the stuff that's going on in the Bay, so I like LaRussell and stuff like that. Man, it's a lot to name. I'm not even
more like upcoming artists at all? Obviously, a lot of them guys pretty established.
Yeah, who's more upcoming? Like I mentioned, Jimmy Waters. He's kind of still upcoming. We're gonna
try to do some more work with him. There's a guy named Westside Web and Chap D, I want to say, dude. Yeah. I like that kind of vibe as well. AJ Snow. What's a dude named AJ Snow? He's from Houston, but he be out here. He's fire too.
Yeah, what's up?
Yeah, producer. He worked with Jansport J. You ever heard of him? Jansport J. Yeah.
I definitely heard that name.
Jansport J.
Yeah, I mean that sound. A lot of artists, like shout out to Milo the Perrys, for example, and just a lot of different artists that are in our like community. The homie Casey family like make a lot of different ranges of music, but that Cali vibe is just like the baseline of a lot of shit we do out here.
Right.
So yeah, eventually, like we do different camps, different things. Y'all definitely stay tapped in.
No, for sure, bro.
I think y'all would benefit and really fuck with a lot of the other artists that you'll meet in our community and shit like that.
Yeah, for
You
sure.
guys would fit in great for.
Well, thank you. Appreciate that for sure. Thanks in advance. We'll definitely come back.
Pull up. That's what it's about.
It's a home for sure, man.
Yeah.
And we're out here in the summer, right? It's kind of just beginning. Not even officially first day of summer. Right after this drops, but. What else you guys got going ahead this summer? What are you guys promoting right now? What's happening right now?
Yeah, Jimmy Waters show, right? July 12th. Make sure y'all there because we definitely about to be opening up and having a vibe.
Yeah. We got a few singles that we dropped recently. Hood Legacy, shout out to that. That's a recent song that we just dropped. And EP called just Complex EP. You'll see like all the music that we have coming out, but that along with the Mac 11 project.
Mac 11 coming soon.
Yeah.
That's going. We don't got a date on it yet, but that's gonna be a quick turnaround for sure. By the time people seeing this, it should be like on its way to come out for sure.
Okay, this will be out well before that July 12th shows.
Right.
So
That's fine. Let us know where that venue is though.
Yeah. Well, they got the Addy. I don't know where that.
Thank you guys very much for stopping by.
Appreciate y'all.
I can't remember. You guys came like I know it's 2024.
You know what it was? It was the same week that Kendrick dropped Not Like Us.
Yeah.
It was
that same weekend.
I remember that clearly. That's the crazy part. Yo, I remember that clearly, bro. Clearly.
Same weekend, Because we was like, what the, bro?
It was like, Kendrick dropped again.
And then it just went crazy.
Kendrick did a lot out here. Like, Kendrick doing that really changed kind of the whole energy
LA coast,
out here. I think that's
what is that, like, I guess, like, what, from y'all perspective, like, how has it, like, been, like, since then in terms of, like, do y'all feel like the West Coast is getting like more eyes on y'all in terms of like everybody popping off? Or like
definitely, like personally, I would be saying like I would say for sure there's probably more eyes, but I would just feel like there's maybe more confidence, just self-confidence.
Okay.
Like you guys saying earlier, like I feel like LA's been the hottest. That was the first time ever in my life that I was like, actually, we probably have been.
Yeah, for real, bro.
Atlanta and all that always was the best.
Bro, I'm telling you, like,
it's hot for the last 3 years.
If it's a poppin' underground LA artist right now, I promise you, bro, like, if you just go to New York or something, even if you do a show with like 10 people or something, bro, I promise you, you loop back around, bro. Right. Yo, I've seen it so many times. And it's just like, yo, because like I said, New York is a transplant city, bro. It's gonna be people from all over that just moved to New York. Bro, you can have an audience of LA people out there that's just rocking with your music.
Right.
So
yeah, I think out here it's like giving us a different energy, make you want to go harder right now. Whereas everybody else dropping, he's applying so much high quality pressure music. It's like damn, just make everybody want to step that shit in.
Y'all in y'all bag right now for sure.
And just to add back to like saying I should go out there, man. I seen La Russell sell out Brooklyn venue twice, bro. Sell it out, bro.
I believe it.
And he a West Coast artist too, so like, he's a testament to like, bro.
West Coast on fire.
I was to go on tour back with Stephen G, who I just was on tour with, and we're supposed to hopefully go to New York and Atlanta. And that'd be big for him to do that as well, because he's an upcoming West Coast artist. With Eric Bellinger and
Right.
Probably his first East Coast shows.
Definitely first East Coast shows, I would think.
People will definitely pull up.
So yeah, we're gonna see, man. Underground might be in New York.
We'll see.
Facts.
But hell yeah, guys.
Appreciate y'all for real, man.
PdotC and Fame. You guys, New 11.
New 11.
Can they go check you out right now?
New 11 pretty much everywhere, like in terms of Twitch and YouTube, you know, the cornflexes we in, but Fame _NE on, you know, personal tip.
Yeah, PdotC _NE, same thing everywhere. So that's what it is.
11 is NU.
Yeah, NU 11.
Yeah.
Not NEW, but NU. Yeah.
But for real, great to have you guys back here. Welcome back to Atlanta. I hope you enjoy your weekend for real.
For sure. Appreciate y'all.
Underground Magazine, Andrew and Pofsky.